Hello. So I wanted to get this on here. I actually made this the other day, but I decided not to post it. I decided to re-record parts of it. I was contacted by a person who had been contacted by somebody else, and said, "Hey, just a heads up, somebody has been doing spell work against you. This is, they practice witchcraft, and they wanted to." They wanted to cause you problems. They wanted to cause you harm. And so that person reached out to me and they said, "What should I do?" And I said, "Don't worry, I got you." So I'm posting a block slash return to sender spell. Okay, so this is something that you can do just as kind of a protection. Although I do want to state, I do think that there are other better forms of protection, but it is really great to also do, like if somebody's actually doing spell work against you, and you just want a little bit of extra oomph. I wonder if that came out right. I mean, what I mean, I guess I should say, let me backtrack. What I mean, there are better ways to protect yourself, is I do think that everybody should have just like a basic protections installed in their home. It's just as part of their home. I don't necessarily think that you need to do a spell every day to keep yourself protected. But if somebody tries to do you harm and you want some extra oomph, then this would be good. Or if you know that somebody's doing it, a return to sender spell is a really great way to let karma smack them a little bit sooner. Okay. So you're going to start off with 3 candles. Now, I already carved in these and I used charcoal so that you could see the runes carved in here. You do not need to use the charcoal. I used it only so that you could see what I carved in here. Okay. So the first candle, and I'm going to show you a piece of paper as well, and write it all out. But the first candle has Isa, and then this is Isa. It's just a line. This looks kind of like a wonky H. It's almost like like a mix between an H and an N, and that's Hagalaz. And then we have this one, which is Laguz. And then we have this one, which is Elias. And then we have this one. It looks kind of like an R, but it's pointy. And that is pronounced Rytho. Okay, now the second candle that we have, the first, this looks kind of like an N, but not really. I mean, yes and no. Is Ur. And then we have Kenaz. And this one, you're going to notice it actually shows up multiple times. And I'm pointing this out because I want to point out, and I don't remember if I mentioned it in where I'm writing it on the piece of paper for you guys, but intention matters, okay? Because each one of these means something different, okay? So for this one, it's called Nathes, all right? And then for the third candle, and I'll go more into what they mean in a little bit. So for the first candle, we have Jera, and then we have Nathes, and then we have Sowilo, And then we have Ansuz. And then we have Manaz. All right. So after you have your 3 candles, you're going to tie them up. And most of the time when I tell you colors of the candles don't matter, or the colors of your, it doesn't matter what color string you have. And to a point, it doesn't. These, I chose the colors on purpose. So if you can get the colors, I recommend it. If you can't, not the end of the world, because this is where the magic is happening, but these just add a little bit of oomph, right? You're going to, the white is for protection, and then the thread that you're going to use is red, and that is for protection as well, okay? Because this is a protection, a block, return to sender spell. Another thing that you're going to want to have handy is you're going to want to have a mirror that you have placed to place behind the candle, so it's reflecting out, okay? And I'll go a little bit more into why you should do that in a little bit. All right, let's get to the next part. Okay, so just to recap, the runes in the first candle are coldness, interference, growth, opportunity, and changes. The second candle is positive change, illumination, and fate. The third candle is swallow your words, restriction, a message, energy, and family. I just wrote this weird on here. So what it means for the first candle, stop interference with growth, opportunity, and changes. The second candle is roughly translates to, I know positive changes are meant for me. And then the third candle is swallow your words. You are blocked by a message from beyond. Because family, I wrote this with Hecate. She wanted me to make sure that you knew. So family, it's energy and then it's family. So energy stands for, in this instance, it stands for the other side of the veil, and family means not just your ancestors, but the deities and the archangels are considered family too. I remember when I was going through a really hard time and I was working with the Morgan, and I just felt sadness, and I said, everything is fine. I know it's going to be fine. Why are you so sad? And the Morgan said, you are people too. And it's just because that there's that connection to everything is energy and everything is connected. So by putting energy and family together, this is a message. This is a message from your ancestors, but this is a message from the deities in your life as well. And it doesn't matter if you work with Hecate or if you celebrate her. This is something that is going to be able to work for anyone. So like I said before, this is meant to block any sort of bad energy or spell work, but it also is a return to sender. Swallow your words. This is being blocked by the people, by the spirits and the deities and your ancestors who are there on the other side of the veil, meant to love and guide you and protect you. Okay, so you can see here that we have some really specific tools in this spell. We have a mirror both behind and under the spell. You don't have to have it placed underneath it. It's just a bonus. I decided to redo that table, and I had a broken mirror, so this is what I did with it. I thought it would be great for my spell work. And then, but you do want to have a mirror at least set behind it. You're going to want a red thread, and you're going to want salt. Also, I do want to let you know that the tray that this spell is on, that's silver. And silver can add a little oomph to your spell work, but it's not required. It's not necessary. But it is really great to give you just like a little extra boost, a little oomph, right? Now, the reason why we have the tools, oh, and the white candle. Did I mention the white candle? So let's go over why we have these things. So the mirror we have set up because it reflects negative energy, hexes, and unwanted intentions and sends them back to source. Okay. We have the red thread. And I know it looks kind of pink there, but it is actually red. It's just, I used waxed thread. It's because that's what I had available. Which is for protection, binding. It can be used for love. It symbolizes connection, fate, and vitality. Okay. The white candles represent purification and cleansing, protection, and truth. And then the salt, it contains and directs energy, and it prevents outside influences. So think about a flashlight where you can kind of change the settings of the beam, where you can have it really broad and have the light shooting out everywhere, or you can adjust it so it is concentrated and focused on a place where you specifically direct the light. That's what the salt does. And then, of course, as well, it protects it from outside influences, which I think is really important in any spell, but it's important in this one because the woman who needed the spell, somebody was trying to do spell work on her. So it kind of prevents any sort of outside influences in case the woman who is trying to give her grief was trying to, found out and was trying to counteract or cause problems or whatever. This just kind of helps prevent any of that. Okay. I also wanted to point out, I thought this was pretty fun as I was watching this video back. The candle that is burning the quickest, the one, I guess you could kind of say it's closest to the camera. It seems to be burning the fastest. I love that because it's the one that is, you are blocked by a message from beyond. So it's almost like the deities and the archangels and your ancestors. They were like, you know what? Let's get this blocked candle burnt down. Let's get this person or these people. Let's get them blocked. And then they spent a little bit more time letting nature take its course when it comes to the candles that involved positive changes and how good things are fated to you. I just think, I don't know, I just felt like it was special. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I hope you make good choices. I'll talk to you later. Bye.